Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy WattsTV, man, and today we have yet another reaction video. Today we are reacting to a channel called The Iced Coffee Hour. It is a podcast, and they recently had Fresh and Fit on. Well, not that recent, it was 2 weeks ago, but recently Fresh and Fit posted this clip from that podcast, and it is entitled Graham Confronted Myron About His Strict Rules for Girlfriends. But before we get into it, please do me a favor. Do not forget to share, like, and subscribe. It helps out with the channel. Lets me know that you are rocking with the content. And while you're at it, follow me on my social media at WattsTV94. That's my Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. So follow me at WattsTV94. Also, really quick, I just want to give you guys like an updated schedule for the week. So I'm actually going to DreamCon towards the end of the week, so I won't be posting anything during the weekend, but I will be recording a lot of content from DreamCon, and I will have videos posted before Thursday as well. So I might do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then maybe have one scheduled for Saturday. Not sure yet. That is essentially the schedule for this week. Also, do me a favor and check out the recent interview that I did with Grammy-winning engineer slash producer Ray Scavo. That was such a dope conversation. He dropped a lot of gems, told a lot of crazy stories from a lot of the artists that he met. So please do me a favor, check it out. Once again, I will leave the link to that in the description down below. But without further ado, let's get into the video.
Into that, like, let's say her friend's getting married, or I don't know, her friend's celebrating a birthday. There's 15 of her friends going out. She wants to join. Yeah. At what point does trust play into that, where it's like you don't want to tell them no, don't go and hang out with your friends because they're going to a club? I mean, to me that just seems like a little. Well,
I say you can't control a girl. You obviously can't do that. You're not going to tell her you're going to stay inside. The only thing you could control is what you do and how you respond. You want to go? Cool. You're single when you come back.
But that's manipulation. I'm sorry. You can say whatever you can say whatever you want. That is honestly a form of manipulation. I'm not going to control you and say that you can't go, but I'm going to influence your decision by basically giving you an ultimatum. That is literally what he's doing. That is super manipulative. Like, you can't. I'm not controlling her, sir. That is indeed manipulation.
But there's got to be a line here, right? but
no, that's not manipulation at all.
But
so maybe he calls it a boundary. Okay, maybe, just maybe, if you had this conversation prior to you two even like getting into a relationship, I would understand. I would maybe then consider this a boundary. Sure, like, you know, I would prefer if my girlfriend's not went to the club, you know. If you constantly went to the club and constantly like drank with your friends and with your single friends at that, then I wouldn't feel comfortable with getting into a relationship with you. And if she agrees to that and then she still wants to go out, then I hear you. I hear you, Myron. But no, you cannot. You have to set those boundaries like very early into the relationship. If he didn't, he can't just give a girl an ultimatum like in an attempt to control them. You can't do that. But if this was talked about before, then sure.
Well, hold on. Let me give my example. Okay?
Sure, go ahead.
1 year relationship. She's going out with her friends, celebrating a birthday party. It's a girl thing. 15 girls are going to be there. She's known them forever. You would tell her, no, you can't go to that because you're going to a club.
I would tell her, you can go and do whatever you do, but you will be single when you return.
But why? Why would that make sense to throw out a relationship?
That's an ultimatum.
Otherwise is good.
Because if she respects you, she wouldn't have went in the first place.
But that seems like more like an ultimatum that you're placing on her.
It's not an ultimatum. She has a choice to make.
Okay,
but that's an ultimatum.
No, it's literally the definition of an ultimatum. It's not an ultimatum. She has a choice to make. Sir, you are saying you either go to the club or I am going to leave you. You have one of two choices. If you pick the wrong choice, I am going to leave you. That is indeed an ultimatum.
It's like, no. She could do it. She's completely free to do whatever she wants. Because the thing is that she's putting the relationship in a risky situation.
Why? Why would she be? Don't you?
Would you trust her?
Because let's be honest here. What are nightclubs for?
Well, here's the thing. So I will say in general.
Oh.
Okay. I will say in general.
Yeah.
Drinking, dancing, and yes, hooking up. Those are for that's essentially what clubs are for. But why are you dating a woman and you think that she could possibly cheat on you? I'm confused, and that would be more so of a you problem, right? Because if you don't trust her, then you got into a relationship with the wrong woman. You really did. If you think that she could go out to the club and possibly like have sex or hook up with somebody or kiss somebody else or whatever, you most definitely picked the wrong woman. Like you did. And honestly, aren't you guys supposed to be like so masculine and so alpha? Like if that was really the case, you could let your girl go anywhere and you would have the utmost confidence that she wouldn't do shit. My wife can go wherever she please, but I know she's not going to do anything, so I don't trip. Like, and she doesn't go anywhere like usually anyway. So if she goes somewhere, I'll be like, "Oh, okay, have fun." Like I know she's not going to do anything because I'm confident in my relationship. Because I know my wife. Like we've dated, we've been friends for a long time. We've dated for a long time before we got married. I mean, know the woman that you are picking before you start dating them. Like part of it is a you thing.
Nightclubs are for meeting other people, for
Okay,
flirting, all that sort of stuff. I get that. But I've also seen just as many innocent encounters where women want to go to both dance with their friends, have a great time, and I don't see the issue with that.
Bruh, okay, fellas, how many times have you seen girls in bars and in clubs just strictly dancing with their friends? If a dude try to pull up on them, they run away. How many times have you seen that? There are so many girls out here that just go to a club or to a bar just to enjoy like their time with some of their friends. Now, I understand if they have some sort of like, how should I say, promiscuous friends, like in that particular friend group, I can understand how you would feel a type of way. But there are so many situations where women have went to clubs and bars where it was just harmless and they just stayed with their homies, you know? So I
think it really depends on the context.
I think it depends on the context as well. Like if it's all of her friends and they're like, hey, it's, so-and-so's birthday, you should come. And it's a really close friend of theirs birthday. It's like, you're not going to tell oh, sure, it's not an ultimatum, but effectively it is, right? You can't set that on your, well, I suppose you could, right? On your girl though, and expect that like, I don't know. It's her friends, right? Unless if she was leading the charge and she was like, everyone, let's go to the nightclub, and she invites all of her friends, but she doesn't invite you. That might be a little bit different. But you have to have some compassion for her because you also understand that she has a duty or a diligence to her friends in the same way that she does to you.
Remember we mentioned earlier, right, about there being bad people in the world, right? And you don't really know who the person is, like being bad. Mm-hmm. So, for example, in that environment, there's bad people. Now, she might be an angel. She might be perfect. Or her friends may be like, yo, LaQuisha, don't worry about your man at home. Just have fun tonight. We're all lit. We're all drunk. And that one encounter of that one bad friend could spoil the whole group.
Why are you picking a woman that's extremely impressionable then? If you have somebody that can be easily influenced by their friends, their decisions can be easily influenced, why are you with them? That's a red flag. That's a bad characteristic trait.
I'm just saying the environment there can be tainted. Now, is it going to happen? Who knows? We're just saying, if you have a man at home, why even put yourself in that situation? Why?
It's not a good look. Like, you're going to be in an area where there's a bunch of thirsty men.
Time out. Wait. But they are constantly putting themselves in these situations, though. Why is it okay for them to do this, but not the woman? There is such a huge double standard here, and I hope they ask this question. So why is it okay for them to go to clubs and flirt and talk to other women and dance with other women? Why is that okay? I think I know. Jesus Christ. I think I know the answer, but I really want them to press fresh and fit on that point.
Offering your girl liquor, trying to dance with her, and it puts the girl in a bad position. Here's the other thing too. Mm-hmm. She could get drunk and something could happen, and then next thing you know, bam, like she's for her kiss another dude or hooking up with another
girls dude. Get drunk in Miami, have boyfriends, and we're like, yo, boyfriend, we didn't even know. It's like, yo, legit,
bro.
It's funny, bachelorette parties, bro. Oh my god,
yeah.
Come to Miami, it's crazy. A bunch of girls. Oh, they're just chilling by themselves. Before you know it, there's a gang of guys in their room, and I'm just saying, bro, things happen. So don't be dumb about it. Be smart about
it. Here's the thing. I refuse to give a woman the comfort of security with me as her boyfriend while she can simultaneously and behave as though she's single. I have boundaries and standards, and this is what it comes with it.
Okay, sure. I do not disagree with that. I really don't disagree with that. But I think it's more important to know if those boundaries were discussed before you even got into the relationship. Because if you said you aren't cool with that and she, like I said, if she agreed, then that's one thing. So I mean, in a sense, I really do agree with that.
Because the thing is that if a girl truly respects you, she's not gonna want to go to the club. She's not gonna want to be around her friends that want to go ahead and do all this extra stuff.
Single life.
Yeah, like she's not gonna want to behave like she's single when she's with a man that she actually admires and respects. And my thing is, if she wants to go to,
but that raises another question. If they never go out, if they never ever, if this woman never goes out, but this is one of the rare times that she's going to go out with her friend because it's her friend's birthday or whatever, that's single behavior because she wants to go out one time when she rarely does. I wouldn't consider that single behavior. I would just consider that her going out to celebrate her friend. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. We can agree to disagree, but I would not consider that to be single behavior just because she went out to a club or a bar with her friends one time.
the club, that's cool. But you no longer are in a relationship with me because I'm not going to look stupid sitting at home while you go out and behave like you're single.
This is the first point I actually would say I have a pretty strong disagreement to. Fair
enough.
Look, if you trust your partner and you trust their friends, because also it's your due diligence as your partner's partner to get to know her friends and to understand who she likes hanging out with, because she probably wants that too. And if you can trust everybody and they're all going out to the club and she wants to have a good time, I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. But if you set this, not ultimatum, but if you make this apparent in the beginning, this boundary apparent in the beginning of the relationship, such as, hey, if we're dating, I don't want you going to the club. It makes me uncomfortable. Would you do me the respect of not going to the club? I think that's fine because that's just a preference at that point, right? And I think all preferences are probably okay.
You ever been to a club?
Yeah.
What was that club?
Dancing,
people dance,
drinking.
What else?
Drink,
flirt.
What does that lead to?
dancing and drinking.
Sex.
That is one of the potential.
Dancing leads to sex? What the what kind of goddamn? So you never wait. You never been to a party where you danced with someone and that was it. Nothing else happened. It was just a dance. God damn. So dancing leads with you know what? This makes sense if they really think like this, because this is why they freaked out with the whole Melina and ABBA thing, because ABBA danced with Destiny's wife, Melina, and they were like, "Oh, I can't believe ABBA disrespected Destiny like that, blah blah blah." It's because they genuinely think that dancing can lead to sex or automatically leads to sex. That is insane. Wow. Okay.
Outcomes, but that's not a 1-to-1 ratio. It's not like you just go to
So here's the thing.
I didn't.
Here's I think this is where the disconnect is.
Dance and do that.
This is where the disconnect is. Yeah. Disconnect is this. I think you guys grossly underestimate like how easy it is for women to get sex. And since it's easy for women to get sex, the threshold for them to cheat is also easier as well. It's a sliding scale that works together.
He's making the argument that since women can get sex way easier than men, and men are way more abundant to women than women are abundant to men, the chances of them cheating are statistically higher. But I would honestly say it depends on the woman. It really depends on the woman. Again, this goes back. Like, I don't even know how he's measuring that. How are you measuring that? But yeah, it would depend. This honestly goes back to you. Like, I don't want to say it again, but you need to properly vet the girls that you are going to consider like girlfriends, that you are going to like seriously date. You need to properly vet them.
And it's very difficult to get sex.
That doesn't mean they always want sex, though. Because it's always available. It doesn't mean they're going to take it.
But here's my thing. Yeah. I look at it. If your girl is out dressed provocatively and seeking attention, that is cheating. And some people might look at me like, whoa, what do you mean? It's because men and women are different. A man has to actually go out there, put his nuts on the line, talk to a girl to initiate some type of interaction. Women don't do that. Women rarely, if ever, approach men. How do they do it? They do it by exposing their sexuality. Men show their charisma, women show their bodies.
But how would that be any different from a guy driving down with like, a Bentley convertible with a nice watch on?
Because you still got to put in work. You still have to put in work to get that girl. Even though the Bentley and the watch, all it does, it gives you another 20 seconds to build attraction, if anything. Like, it's still very difficult as a man. Even let's say you got a Bentley.
You lying, bro. Get out of here. You are lying. If you are like if a woman can tell that you are very affluent, like you obviously have money, you're rich, it's going to be 20 times easier for you to get a girl than a regular Joe Schmo. Okay, a matter of fact, especially in Miami, a lot of opportunists are going to flock to you just because you have a specific kind of car, you got money, you got gold bottles in the club. Like, women are going to easily gravitate towards you. That's why a lot of these red pill dudes like lead with their wallets. I don't know why they're acting like they don't. Like, no, you still got to put in the work. You really want me to think that Fresh over here has game? You really want me to think that? No, get the fuck out of here.
In a nice watch and everything else like that,
If you're
a
weird.
girl will still curve you.
Yeah.
Like,
Nice.
but a girl on the other hand, she could go into a club going, and dudes will still smash her. But if you go into a club, you gonna go to jail. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the
See, but I
same.
think if you do that with confidence, you walk up to him, yeah, dude.
They're gonna be like,
it, game over.
yeah,
Like, you
nah,
do it with
man. Yeah.
If that's who you are, and you are unwavering, she will be attracted to that because that is who you are. And you're
But the
putting
thing
yourself
is
on the
that
line.
so people hate this, but the reality is there is a double standard. Men and women are not the same. There's behaviors that are completely unacceptable for women, and there's behaviors that are completely unacceptable for men, and that's okay. And my thing is that women get mad at double standards that don't benefit them. That's where they complain about. I look at it, if you're in a relationship with a man, you like that man, etc., and he tells you, hey, these are my boundaries, and you want to go out to the club with your girls and behave like you're single, cool. You are effectively single at that point, and that man reserves the right to walk away from you. And I think he should.
Okay, I mean, yeah, if those boundaries were set before, then yeah, that's fine, because she accepted those terms. And if you accept those terms, and we had this conversation, but you continue to do what I said I'm not comfortable with, then yeah, I'll probably dump you too. Like, I get it, but I will say some accountability still lies on the man, because you should know who you are dealing with. You should have properly vetted this woman before you decided to get into a relationship with her. If this woman was a girl who loved going to the club, who loved dressing provocatively, who loved doing the things that you hate, why did you wife her in the first place? That's what I didn't understand about the entire Jonah Hill thing, because you knew this woman was a surfer. You knew that she posted pictures in bikinis. This is one of the reasons why you started talking to her in the first place. Like, you put hard eyes on pictures of her in her bikini, but after you got into the relationship, you expected her to change. I don't think that's realistic. Not saying that there isn't any blame to be placed on the women, like, at all, because I do think that some of it should be placed onto the woman, especially if you agreed to, not cross this man's boundaries and you do it anyway. Then yeah, I would agree with Myron on that point. But yeah, I don't know. I will say, from this one clip, I do like that everybody isn't necessarily like yelling at each other, and this conversation comes off as being like respectful, even though they did disagree on this point. I do like that. I like it, because a lot of these debates and conversations that have been happening lately, all of this shit has been rooted in like personal attacks, shit behavior, and just screaming matches in general. Like, honestly, I'm kind of getting tired of it. But I might check out the rest of this episode, because it seems like it was actually a good conversation. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. As usual, please do me a favor, do not forget to share, like, and subscribe, and follow me on my social media. Oh, and join the Discord as well. A link to that will be in the description down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.